Indie Mogul.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Backyard Effects, the #1 show for DIY special effects. This week we're going back to basics and giving you a crash course in building and using a green screen. The green screen, an indispensable special effects tool, assuming you know how to use it. This week we're going to show you how to build a cheap and portable green screen, give you some tips on lighting, keying, and much more. And just like every other week, before we get started, my puppet friend Gary has to spin the wheel to determine our budget. Four 10-foot lengths of PVC, 2 90-degree elbows, 4 pipe tees, 4 end caps, 5 or 6 spring clamps, and 5 yards of green fabric.
This week on PC TV.
How do you feel about music? No, how do you feel about music?
I love music.
PC TV is brought to you by ASUS and Intel. You dream it, ASUS builds it, Intel inside.
Let's build a green screen. First step is to cut 2 of the PVC pipes down to whatever you want the overall height of your screen to be. We decided on about 8 feet. Next, you can cut each of these in half so they're more easily collapsed and transported. Next, we're going to cut a fresh pipe into 2 equal lengths. This length should be about 4 inches shorter than the width of your green fabric. We cut ours to 52 inches because our fabric was 60 inches. Take your last fresh pipe and cut it into 4 equal lengths that will act as legs. Ours ended up about 30 inches long each. Next, cut 2 6-inch pieces from the scrap pipe to act as spacers at the bottom of the frame. Now you're ready for the first assembly. It goes like this. You can now glue one end of each coupler to an attached pipe so that when you take it apart, you won't lose these pieces. But don't glue the wrong pieces, because PVC glue is tough. Now your rig is ready to go anywhere. Just don't forget to bring the spring clamps.
So now that I have a green screen, how do I light it?
First, you'll need to pull your screen tight so there are no creases. A green screen requires a lot of even light. In our green screen room, we have 5 lights. 2 main lights, 2 fill lights, and 1 backlight. A backlight is a good idea because it creates a glow around the edge of your subject that helps separate them from the screen. If we're talking about an indoor shoot, you could probably get away with a bunch of clamp lights, or 2 diffuse shop lights and a couple more clamp lights. If you're using your screen outdoors and it's an overcast day, you should have all the light you need. Regardless, you'll know when you've lit your screen right when it looks like a solid splash of color in your camera's LCD. But if your camera sees creases or hot spots, then you can bet your bottom your computer will too. Good lighting is the one thing you cannot ignore if you want a good key.
How do I make the green part disappear?
With the fancy editing software of today, it's actually pretty easy to make the green disappear, assuming you paid attention to the lighting. Grab the Chroma Key filter and drag it onto your green screen clip. In Final Cut Pro, the filter usually auto-detects the green screen and keys it out. But if it ends up looking like butt, you should click and drag the eyedropper icon over the clip. Then move it around till most of the green turns black. Then just really fiddle with all the sliders until it looks the best. My settings usually look like this, but each clip will be a little different. It can also help to do this process with another video layer or image beneath.
What if the edges of the frame are not green?
Just use the crop tool, or if it's a really weird shape, use a garbage mat. They come in 4 or 8 points, then just drag the points around until it covers up the non-keyed background.
Wow, green screens are awesome!
Alright, that wraps up Green Screen 101 presented by Indie Mogul. Don't forget that you can submit a video of you using a green screen and you might see it on the next Your FX. And if you want to support Indie Mogul, you have to subscribe. Somewhere on this page there's a button that says subscribe. Click it. It's the best way you can help us keep making stuff for
You.
And lastly, we got a new show on the Indie Mogul Extended Network. It's called Beyond the Trailer, and every week it gives you the scoop on the big budget movies that are coming out. So you should check it out. Tune in next week, and bye.
Around this time of year, you can get a 40-foot roll of wrapping paper that you can use as a green screen for only 99 cents.